Well, good evening, everyone. My name's Sam Carroll. I'm from the Blue Mountains Ecclesia in Sydney. And in December 2019, I was very blessed to be able to travel to the Philippines for the School of the Prophets and the Philippines Youth Conference in Baguio. And I traveled with a few members of my family, Mum, Dad and Sally, and also the Weatherton family as well. So this was actually my second time visiting the Philippines. The first time was in 2016, and I thoroughly enjoyed my time, maybe even more than I did the first time. So the School of the Prophets we went to first, or the SOP, as it's more commonly known as, and this was held at Bagalian Hall, and it was attended by a whole range of men, both young and old, baptised and unbaptised. So Brother David Baird from the Cabramatta Ecclesia, I'm sure you've already heard from him, or you will hear from him, focused the talks around spiritual leadership, and they were really good. The interactive style that he kind of gave these in was very effective, and what it allowed us to do was kind of participate a bit more and become more involved and ask questions. One particularly enjoyable activity that I remember was a group study that we did. The whole group was kind of broken up into groups of about 4 or 5, and everyone went away with a topic that we were given. And after a few hours, we came back and presented what we discovered as a group, and each member kind of said their own piece. And I really enjoyed this because it gave everyone the opportunity to share what they learned and voice also any questions that we had. And just like most youth camps, plenty of sport was played. The Filipinos like volleyball and basketball especially. So after the SOP was the famous Philippines Youth Conference. And it was great to see so many old friends from our last visit. And we had an awesome time meeting literally hundreds of new people as well. The Filipino youth have always got a very welcoming attitude to visitors, and we felt right at home straight away. Special mention to Dom, Don, Louis Dave, Lemuel and Adino for making us feel part of the gang straight away. So on the first night, it was quite fun. The attendees all gathered in for the traditional welcome night games, which was thoroughly enjoyed by all. One thing that always impresses me is the creativity that the Filipino young people kind of express, and especially the committee. The welcoming night, together with the games afternoon that we had, was just packed full of bonding and team building games that gets everyone involved. They're really good. Uncle Warren from Sydney gave the talks on David. They're the friends and the foes of David. And these are really good. I can honestly say they were probably some of the best talks I've heard in a long time. They were really practical, a lot of takeaways that fit in perfectly in our day-to-day lives today. Our first for me was joining in for a Tagalog discussion group at the conference. So my Tagalog is very rusty, to say the least. I only know a few words. So I think I probably caught about 5%, if that, of what was going on. There's one particularly funny moment was Abby Weatherton and I were in a group, and they were talking in Tagalog about something, very animated discussion, and then all of a sudden they all turned to us and someone said, "Oh, so what are your thoughts on this topic?" And we had no idea, absolutely no idea what was being discussed. So everyone had a good laugh at that, and they had lots of fun. Overall, the SOP and the conference were really, really enjoyable. And not only that, but very spiritually uplifting as well. The Filipino youth group is very vibrant, super friendly, and a very faithful group. Especially the committee as well. It's such a good group leading them, and I kind of enjoyed myself more. I definitely have plans to visit again, God willing, when this is all over. So that's all from me. God bless, and I hope you enjoy the night.